Word them up, word them up, word them up. Out here at SFO at the lounge. Heading out. But, what's everybody doing? We good? Let's see here. We got T Riddler, we got Aaron B in the building. Let's see if we can get something on this camera here. Well, I'm out here in SFO heading out. Aaron B says it's cap. So the question is when good enough is good enough. When to know when to stop something. When great becomes the enemy of the good. Am I coming in loud and clear, Aaron B? Am I coming in loud and clear? All right, I got a confirmation. Hear me loud and clear. So, I was having a conversation yesterday on getting ish done with Dr. Thunder. Talking about procrastination and certain other things like that. I think Aaron B was there. And one of the important things is to know when it's good enough to go. And I gave an analogy of talking about, Jordan Peterson talking about him basically saying that you need to clean up your room before you go out there into the world and try to save the world, if you will, right? You need to do certain things that are basic and they're primary because they will change the way in which you do the next thing. They'll prepare you for the next thing. But you got to know when to stop cleaning your room and outsource the cleaning of your room to somebody else so that you can actually go outside, right? Yes, clean up your own room first. Take the speck out of your eye before you start worrying about something else in someone else's eye and all that kind of stuff is well and good. But sometimes people use the clean up your room excuse as a place to stay stuck and procrastinate. You can't clean up your room forever. You should be cleaning up your room with the goal of going next.
You need another beer?
Yeah, I'll do another one.
Which one is that?
21st.
A little water.
Is that right?
Yep.
I'd never heard of it before.
Yeah, so that is the issue, isn't it? The issue is basically that you need to know when to hang up the lower level things up in a particular journey that you're going on a particular skill that you're developing. Let's say L&B, you're out there, you're a graphic designer or a web designer or something like that, and you're getting jobs, you're getting work, and you're doing the basics, you're getting your skill up, you're doing the groundwork, but you cannot stay stuck at groundwork forever. The goal to be to clean up on the groundwork and then be able to move up to the next level. And if there's any activity that's going on still at the ground level, to be able to outsource it to people such as employees and other people whom you may contract out to pass on that opportunity so that you can move on to the next level because you cannot stay on this ground level forever. So to understand that at whatever level you are building, you need to build it as a platform that is solid enough so that it can be self-sustaining so that you can use it to get to the next level. Wherever you are at this point, whatever is your level of skill or ability, capacity, capital, the idea is to build it as a platform so that you can use it to lever up to the next level. So going back to Jordan Peterson telling you to clean up your room, yes, very important to do the foundational things, but you can't clean up your room forever. You should be cleaning up your room with the understanding that after the room is clean, and after you have a system in for room cleaning and you outsource it to the next person to clean the room, then you're going to go outside. and you're gonna try to start cleaning the neighborhood, right? Shout out to Eisen in the building. No, that's not Eisen. I'm tripping. We got Kazorian Beats in the building. I'm blind, so I can't read the chat looking at this little cell phone here. But basically, the idea is after you clean the room, shout out to Jordan Peterson, or you should be cleaning the room with the idea that you're going to get to a point where you've automated the room cleaning process. You've hired people to clean that room, and now you're going out into, and then you're going to work on neighborhood level stuff. You're going to try to organize people in the neighborhood, right? You're going to try to create political and economic alliances. You're going to try to make political and economic contracts.
In Tokyo, they got a machine.
You're going to try to be
that you go
an
in and put the gas
entrepreneur
under it, you push a button.
in of that neighborhood, of that street, right? You were the entrepreneur of your room before. You cleaned up your room, and then you got the room cleaning deal so good that you automated it, and now you've outsourced it. You've hired a room cleaner, and now you're moving out to the neighborhood, and you're going to do social contracts, political contracts, economic contracts with the neighborhood. Shout out to Falcon Blizzard in the building. Shout out to you. That is heavy, heavy, heavy. Much appreciated.
You'll see it. It's a machine. I actually saw a lot of people using it the last couple of days.
Them Dusties never hit the super chat. That is correct. That is correct.
Ah,
So, yes, I'll be heading out shortly. I'm out here, San Francisco International Lounge. How are we doing? So, the idea continues there, Falcon. Some people use the ground level stuff as an excuse for not moving up, saying, oh, I haven't perfected the cleaning of my room yet. I haven't perfected my ground level skills yet. But you gotta know when it's good enough to stop and to move on to the next level. Good enough to outsource and to move on to the next level. Good enough to pass on the skill to somebody else, call it an apprentice, an employer, or whomever, and pass on to somebody else. Good enough where you can now say, hey, Falcon Black, I want you to be, how about I hire you for this particular thing because I think that you've demonstrated worthy skills and I'm trying to build this enterprise and I need your help here. Let's say, I don't know, let's say drafting or something, or but the idea is, Aaron B, a lot of people stay stuck saying, well, they're not an expert at the lowest level yet, so they're not going to move on. Now that is where using perfectionism as an excuse comes into play, right? Like you're waiting to become the perfect room cleaner. But people also stay stuck at the neighborhood level too, right? So after you cleaned your room, shout out to Jordan Peterson, okay, we're following the 12 rules for life, okay, we're cleaning our room. And then after you clean your room, you go out into the neighborhood, and that's the next level. But your ultimate goal was ultimately to be able to spread this order which you're creating. So think about it as nested levels of order, right? There's the order in the room, and you need that order in the room so that you can have order in the neighborhood, so that you can then have order in the community and order in the state, order in the, you know, so you align with yourself, your past self, your present self, and your future self, and so that you can align with your family, so that you can align with your community. So this nested order creating, don't get stuck in one particular level, saying that that's the place you're going to try to perfect your order. You should, however, look at each level as a process of creating a platform from where you can step up to the next level. How high are you going to get? Who knows? You're not dead yet, right? Isn't that right, Falcon? You're not dead yet. So it's not a question of, well, how high am I supposed to go? It's like, well, wherever level you are at, try to build it to become an automated, or what do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? Let me try to be more practical. I'm saying that if you are an electrician and you're working for somebody else, you should immediately try to get your own certification so that you can work for yourself. So right now, the level that you're at, which is, perfecting the skill of being an electrician, learning the flow from when the clients come in, what the clients want, the kinds of products that you guys offer, the services you guys offer, and the deliverables and all that kind of stuff. While you're perfecting that, you're using it as a platform to get your own certification. Does that make sense? So while you're cleaning your room, you're using it as a way of making sure you can find a way to automate the cleaning of the room to become so good at the cleaning of the room that you can pay somebody else for it because now your skills of room cleaning are such that you can go outside to the neighborhood and tell people what to do. Same thing with this kind of electrician work, right? So you get that certification and then you start getting work on the side. And the idea is once that work on the side comes in, you're not looking at it as the be all end all. It's not the end game. It's another platform that you're building so that you can go to the next level. So you're trying to automate this work that is coming in. Right now, you have to go out. Maybe you're making the sales calls. Maybe you're doing the marketing as well. Maybe you're passing out flyers in the neighborhood. Maybe it's all word of mouth type stuff. But you are responsible for bringing in the jobs, executing the jobs. Maybe you got one truck and you go out there every weekend as a side hustle doing residential electrician work. The idea, though, is to not stay stuck at that level. It's to build these things such that there's going to be enough overflow that you can hire somebody. That's what I mean by automated. Whatever level you're at, you want to build it so that there's enough overflow, profit, such that you can bring in somebody else, okay? And such that the thing can operate by itself. That's the automated part. So that you can leave that platform and that platform is still rotating, right? Does that make sense? Can I get a one? Get a one in the chat if that makes sense. So that you can leave that level. You can leave the level of, let's say, it's the sales role or something like that, the getting in, or the writing of invoices, or the, shall we say, accounts payable and accounts receivable functions. You want to be, whether it's getting done by artificial intelligence, whether it's being done by some kind of spreadsheet that you automated and created, but the idea is to automate that platform, that level that you're at, so that you can go to the next one. And there are a lot of times there are no rule books on this stuff. It's up to you to figure out how can I leave this particular thing that I'm doing right now, but it's still going on, operating by itself, and I'm still in control of it. I still, in other words, get the benefit from it, right? And the typical way to do that is you have enough overflow that you can hire somebody else to take up some of the tasks. What are the tasks? It could be from the beginning, the sales role, the marketing role, or the actual doing of the job role. So you hire somebody that goes out with you on the weekends. At some point, they can go out on the weekends by themselves, and maybe now you are looking at the next level, which is a partnership with a different electrician company. Make sense? So first of all, you started out as an apprentice. That was the level, and you used that level to solidify your certifications. And then after you got the certifications, you started the weekend stuff, and you used the weekend stuff to create enough largesse and overflow so you can hire R&B. And then now you've trained R&B enough and you got enough extra business. Now R&B is going out on the weekends, and you are now doing some other things that have to do with partnership with a larger electrician company, right? And on and on and on. So the idea is, it is very important to start from the beginning, which is clean up your room, begin right somewhere at the ground floor where it's most important. But you can't clean up your room forever, right? And you can't become the clean up my room perfectionist, or the I'm an apprentice perfectionist, or the I just have one certification, one truck perfectionist. It's like, no, everything is a step that you're building. It's almost like a shout out to they say building the plane while you fly it, right?
Not the sparkling?
Building the plane while you fly it. That is the basic idea. Everything is you are creating this platform, solidifying it under you so that you can use it as a stepping stone to the next platform. And there's nobody necessarily that's going to be giving you the rule book on this. But it's a natural outgrowth of the impetus to progress, to proceed, to get better, to get more, to improve. If you're going to be improving, you're going to naturally find allies, and part of these allies are going to help you create the networks and the machinery that automates and solidifies whatever platform that you're on right now. So again, a natural outgrowth of the drive to improve, the impetus to succeed, the drive to get more and to get better is going to lead you to meeting these allies and these networks that will help you build these systems and these machineries. Find, an R&B to hire. Find somebody that builds a particular website or automates some kind of accounting function for you, and so on and so forth, so that you can then move from that platform to the next platform and start building that. because this is how you create quote unquote verticals, right? This is the idea. You start at the bottom, you build the bottom level, you outsource the bottom level. Move to the next level, build it and outsource it. And then at the top, you have a vertical business. Well, ain't that right? Well, shout out to you. It's a Power Live learnings to spin plates. Exactly. It's about the spinning of plates, the creating of momentum, the creating of flywheels, the creating of automation, the creating of opportunity for those who are below, right? You're creating opportunity for Aaron B when you hire him. Ain't that right, Falcon Black? And this is a way of not taking the ladder up with you. When you put the ladder down, right, when you give opportunity below, these people help you build the platform so that you can then step up to the next level. That's exactly what you should be out here doing. But anyways, I think my flight is gonna be boarding soon. I'm out here chilling. As I said,
You will get your Cabernet.
chilling and lounging and whatnot. But anyways, I'll see you guys later.